Hey y'all, welcome back to Coins with R&B. I'm Gina.
And I'm Brian.
And today we're going to focus on customer service. Again, this channel is about new stylists, new hip trying to figure out how to be successful and how to manage their money. One of the things about managing your money is being able to retain customers, and you're able to retain customers when you have great customer service. What do you think about that, Brian?
Customer service is very important in any job that you do, whether it's working for yourself or working for someone. Most jobs are going to be serving some type of client, customer, whatever you want to call it. But you have to get that part of service down, because like Gina was saying, is that's how you're going to keep having money, and now you're able to manage your money easily because you have a steady clientele, you have a steady client base. You pretty much kind of can predict what your funds are going to look like each month pertaining on the type of clientele you have. But it starts with the customer service part. You won't be successful. You can be the best barber, best stylist, best welder, whatever, but if you don't have great customer service, you're not going to go far at all.
This is true. And you definitely see that after the pandemic. Like, customer service is a thing of the past almost. People are rude. They're not worried about whether or not you're going to come back. I mean, you see that across all genres of the workforce, like from fast food to actual restaurants to purchasing cars. I mean, just everything is more like, I don't need you, you need me type of feel. You think?
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's so bad that we started tipping like, well, we always tip, but we started tipping like the people that even just bring the food out to the car or bring out the food for groceries. If they were like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir, no, ma'am, very nice, and what else can I do for you? Here's $5, $10, because that's almost unheard of nowadays. Just kind of like get you in, get you out, run me my money. And you cannot have, or at least keep the quality of people that you want with that type of service at all.
Yeah, and I would say to, the young barbers, young, cosmetologists, just young people in general that's getting into type of services where you're pretty much, you're self-employed and you're trying to work on getting steady income, is your environment also is part of your customer service. So you must always keep that in account. And when I say your environment, that goes for how you look, the type of environment you're in, the type of language you use, the type of language the people that's in the shop use or wherever you're at use.
Oh, hold on, sidebar. Pin that right there. Please be able to read a room. Please be able to read a room, because we have so many people that come in. Our shop is very diverse. We have all walks of life, all races, people from janitors up to people that own chains of restaurants come into our salon. And, right now, especially with politics going on, you have to be very careful about what you say. And I know right now we on a whole thing of like, no, F them, F that. To be honest, of course, there's a candidate that we don't like. And I mean, well, now he's not a candidate anymore. I guess he's going to be the president, whatever. But in the shop, I still have to watch my language. Because regardless to if those people like him, don't like him, whatever, the thing is, I need your money to run this shop, whether he's the president or not. And so do the stylists that work in here. Some of the stylists, they may have a certain type of clientele that comes in to a Black-owned salon and have no qualms about it. But we need to watch what we're talking about, because we don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, I mean, nobody needs to feel uncomfortable in the shop. So you need to be able to read the room. And it's not always, one race that says stuff out of pocket. Sometimes we say some stuff that's way out of pocket and messing up somebody's business. So if I mess up one of the stylist business and she can't have this customer come back in, guess what? Now she's making less money, which means she may need to find somewhere else to go. And so learn to read the room. If there's a bunch of older people in the room, the last thing you need to be doing is cussing up a storm, talking crazy, talking sexual. Like, I mean, really, you really shouldn't be doing that anyway. But I'm just saying, like, be able to read the room, respect your elders, respect people around you, and also know how to cut people off when they're not respecting you or your clientele either. So I'm gonna take that pen back out. Go ahead, honey. I'm sorry about that.
That's so true. And I was gonna add for mainly a lot of time the barbers, just being in the shop going on 4 years and seeing what a shop atmosphere looks like from a barber standpoint. A lot of my young boys that I cut, their moms bring them. And so you have to be very mindful in how you talk to women, how you just present yourself, period, because you have these mothers bringing these young boys in. And sometimes they're looking at that barber to kind of be a role model for that young boy, depending on what the family dynamic may be. And so it is important to know how to carry yourself, which goes with customer service. All of that factors into how you present yourself and how you're going to be able to make steady income to where you're not feeling like you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're feeling like you're just blowing through your money, because those clients are your money and you have to be able to look at it like that. And whatever you wouldn't do on a regular job to mess up your money, you need to do that times 10 when it comes to working for yourself and working in a shop where you're depending on a certain base to come let's just say every 2 weeks. That's the going thing for barbers. If you can get someone to come to you every 2 weeks, you're doing it. You're doing it. And then when you can get multiple people to come to you every 2 weeks, now you're starting to see yourself not go from that beginning barber, but now to a more established barber that can make barbering your lifestyle and your way of income, and not to just be making ends meet. Like, you can make a decent amount of income, but you have to be able to sell your service, but also sell yourself. Because let's just be real, 90% of barbering is not the haircut. I'm just gonna be real with you.
And that's just hair in general. And that's service in general. Most of the time, it's not the actual service or the product that you're receiving or the service that's being done. It's the atmosphere, it's the customer service, it's the relationship you build with that barber or that beautician or that esthetician, that nail tech. A lot of times people are more willing to work with you and everything when they have a good relationship with you. But for you to have a good relationship, you also have to establish that this is a safe place and I'm worth your money. Because, the cut may be worth it, but am I worth it? Because somebody can find a good cut somewhere else. It may not be exactly your cut, but they could still find a good cut somewhere else. A lot of people stay because of the relationship and the comfortableness and what else?
Just your ability of being able to be diverse with your conversation, because you are wanting different types of people to come to you. Your conversation has to be diverse. You can't just always talk about sports. You can't just always talk about, music or things like that. You have to be able to diversify your conversation. And how you do that is learn from your clients. We have clients that come in that are doctors, come in that are pilots. We have a anesthesiologist that comes in. We have real estate agents that own their own business. We have do-it-yourself type, not type do-it-yourself type, but handyman that come in and that we ask contractors. We have so many different types of
teachers,
people that come in, and we try to learn from them because they come in so much that you're talking to them, and of course they're gonna bring up their job, or you just have to be able to learn from your clients. And I'm not saying you have to be this overly educated person, but you can learn from your clients, because depending on the type of clientele you want, they're going to be people that's bringing you not only money, but they're bringing you information and knowledge.